Hi, we're here with head volleyball coach Alan Edwards here on Iona Insider on icgaels.com. We're going to talk about the season a little bit. You're off to a strong start so far this year, Coach, finishing with a 6-4 non-conference record, taking 2 out of 3 matches in every tournament you've completed. Talk about your thoughts on the season so far.
Well, so far, you have to feel pretty good about 6-4. I don't think we've gone into conference play with that many wins since I've been here. And honestly, we feel like we left a couple of those on the table that we could have gotten. So, we going into the conference schedule, we feel like there's more upside left than we've ever had, and we feel better about what we've done than we ever have. So,
your roster features a senior-laden team with pretty much the entire group contributing so far. You have Rachel Whitten and Colleen Jeanette in the middle, Bethany Shornack on the right side, Alyssa Erickson at center, and Laura Foynesi and Allison Nieders on the back row. Talk about the contributions of your seniors and how key that is so far to your success.
Well, it's everything for us right now. Those kids came in as a big group together, and they've worked hard for 3 years, and they've made big strides, and they've had some disappointments together and gone through those things and learned those lessons together. And going into last spring, they had a good idea of what they wanted their senior season to look like, and so far they've done the things that they need to do to start to reach those goals. And they're looking. That whole group is looking at the season as an opportunity to get better every day. And for Allison and Laura, those kids have anchored the serve-receive pattern for their entire career since they got here. And I'm convinced I coach the 2 best defensive players in the conference in the same gym every day. And Rachel's learning a new position and playing in the middle. She hasn't been a middle since she was in high school, but she's had some stellar matches and done some nice things so far. And Colleen has gone from the M2 spot to the M1 position, and so far has been really good and working to get better every day. And Alyssa's assist per game total is higher than it's been in the past. So, that senior class is really anchoring everything that we're doing right now.
In addition to those seniors, you have 2 very talented young outside hitters with the emergence of sophomore Teresa Harvey and also the success so far from Elisa Pavelich at the L2.
Right. Alicia's a nice surprise. I knew that she was going to come in, and I felt like she would come in and battle for playing time right away. But come in and play on the left. Volleyball coaches say you win and lose on the left, and for her to come in as a freshman and be as level-headed as she is and approach the game the way that she does has been a nice surprise. She watches a ton of film and she works hard in the gym every day. And for her, it's just about the process. It's just about getting better and highs and lows. She doesn't really ebb and flow very much. She's just a pretty steady performer. With Teresa, I've told Teresa and I told her folks a couple weeks ago when I saw them, I've never seen this kind of difference between a freshman year and a sophomore year for a kid. Just the way she does what she does. She's a great athlete, but it's not a huge difference in her physical ability. It's a difference in the way she's approaching what she's doing. And I think it started last spring, but her summer and the way she approached her summer workouts, it's obvious that she came back ready to go. But just her mentality in the gym and the things that she's able to do every day now that she wasn't able to do last fall in terms of getting better on every swing and kind of taking feedback from her coaching staff, taking feedback from the ball as well, and learning from experiences without caving in on herself a little bit. You see it early in the preseason. We saw a difference in the practice gym, and the difference in her on the court is phenomenal.
All right, we talked about your personnel and your players. This season in 2010, all 10 MAAC teams make the MAAC championship, and it's going to be held at the Milk House at the Wide World of Sports. What's it going to take this year for you guys to be successful in the MAAC towards the top and kind of compete for a championship this year?
Well, I think that Disney years are interesting years. The first year that I was here, we went down to Disney, and I think we finished the regular season, I think, in 9th place, 9 out of 10. And we go down to Disney, and we were rested, and we had made some improvements. And that year, we won 3 5-game matches in a 24-hour period. And came out 5th. Anything can happen when you get down there, just because everybody gets to go. And this league is a lot tighter than it has been in the past. So for us, we know that we want to be in a position where we don't have to play early in the morning on the first day. We want to be in the best position we can possibly be in. We would love to be at the top of one of the two sides of the bracket, but for us, we need to be a team that gets better every single day. Because I think in Disney years, there are some teams that aren't going to approach it that way. And we need to be a team that gets better every day in the gym. And this year, more than any other year, Disney years more than other years, match days are just test days. They're days to figure out where you are and where you need to be going into that weekend in November. So for us to be successful, we've got to continue to improve. We feel good about where we are, and we feel good about some of the things that we've done, but we know we need to get a lot better. And honestly, I think when we look around at ourselves in the practice gym, we see places where we can improve, more so this year than in any other year. So I think for us to be successful in the MAAC this year, we've got to continue to get better every day.
And lastly, this upcoming weekend is your first weekend of MAAC play. You're on the road, as you've been all season so far. Take on St. Peter's and Loyola. Talk about those two teams specifically and what you're looking forward to this weekend.
Well, the road's always harder than home, and we try, and I think we've done a pretty good job this year of establishing as much of a routine for life on the road as you can. But those are two tough places to play. St. Peter's is not a fun place to go play, and those kids are going to fight. And it doesn't matter. You look at results from the preseason. It doesn't matter what they've done to this point. They're going to fight to the last dying breath against us. And we've got to play that one on Saturday, and then get on a bus and drive to Loyola and play down there on Sunday. It's going to be an interesting road weekend. It's going to be a good test of what we are. But I think we're ready to start conference play. And hopefully we can jump out and get two of those this weekend. But we're just looking to continue to perform at a high level, and those two teams will provide a good test of whether or not we can do that.
Thank you very much, Coach Alan Edwards. You're watching Iona Insider on icgaels.com. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.